All right, your notice funding opportunity. Your notice funding opportunity. Pipeline for U.S. Department of Transportation. Pipeline Hazard Material Safety Administration. Notice of funding opportunity. Pipeline Safety Information Grants to communities. Um, Technical Assistance Grant, otherwise known as TAG, fiscal year 2019. Posted March 8, 2009. Questions due by April 10, 2009, and were past the due date of May 30, 2009, being May 1st, 2009, but we're going to write on it anyways. Applicant must register with the grants.gov to apply for this grant. It's highly recommended applicants registration process as soon as possible. Avoid delayed submission. Additional applications may be detained, may be valid, but done and Badgett Universal Numbering System Active Registration System Award Management.gov. Further applicants must register at FedConnect at FedConnect.net accounting before submitting application to organization marketing partner ID number, which can be retrieved from SAMS, is required to create an account. For instructions how FedConnect and how this portal Federal Radio Go, or your catalog federal domestic assistant number is 20.710. Technical assistant grant PHMSA notification opportunity number 693JK319NF0002. Program summary mission section A. Program description A1 purpose A2 statute program authority A3 background B federal award information B1 funding B2 period performance B3 type of award B4 previous award. Section 3C, eligibility information. C1, eligible applicants. C1, cost sharing. Section D, application submission information, address request application package. D2, content form application submission. Section D3, DUNS number and SAMS. D4, submission dates and times. D5, funding restrictions. D6, other submission requirements. Subsection E, application review information evaluation criteria. E1, E2, review selection process. E3, anticipated announcement federal award dates. Section F, federal award administration information, federal award notice. F2, administrative national policy requirements. F3, reporting. F4, payments, federal award agents contacts. And then the program summary reads like this: federal agency name, U.S. Department of Transportation Pipeline Hazard Safety Administration funding opportunity, pipeline safety information grants, community technical assistance grants. Announcement type, initial announcement, funding number, opportunity number 693JK319NF0002, CDF number 20.710, posted date of opportunity March 8, 2009, questions April 10, 2009, application due May 3rd, 2009 by midnight. All right, the mission. The mission of the U.S. Department of Transportation ensure our own nation have the safest, most efficient modern transportation system in the world. Pipeline has material safety administration protects people and the environment by advancing safety, transportation, engineering, energy, and other hazard material that are essential to the daily lives. To do the agency establish national policy, safety enforcement standards, etiquettes, and conducts research, prevent incidents. We prepare the public first and first responders whose consequent incident does occur to accomplish a PHMSA award. Grant state, local communities, nonprofits help to make sure pipelines operate safely and shipment arrive without incident. Section 8, program description. Pipeline safety shared responsibility. Inform communities play a vital role with the safety and reliability of the pipeline operation. Pipeline safety information grants, community technical assistance grants provide funding of local communities, groups, and individuals technical assistance related to pipeline safety. The program also provides opportunities to strengthen the depth of the quality of the public participation, safe development, operation pipelines in and around communities. Technical assistance is defined as engineering or other scientific analysis on pipeline safety issues. A2, Statutory Program Authority. The TAG program was implemented pursuant to the Authority of Pipeline Safety Improvement Act of 2002, which was authorized Secretary of Transportation to make the grant local communities group of the individuals, not including for-profit entities. For technical assistance relating to pipeline safety, the TAG program is further authorized by Pipeline Inspection Protection Enforcement Act, Safety Act of 2006. Pipeline Safety Regulatory Certainty Job Creation Act of 2011, and the Protection of the Infrastructure Pipeline Enhancing Safety Act of 2016. All right, A3, your background. Since the Technical Assistant Grant Program Section PHMSA award of the $9.5 million to 198 individual technical assistant programs projects, the Technical Assistant Grant has developed broad range of activities include the improvement of local pipeline emergency response capabilities, improving the safe digging, damaging prevention program, the development of pipeline safety information resource implementation, local land use practices, enhanced pipeline safety, community and pipeline awareness campaigns, public participation, official proceeding to pipeline safety, and a summary of the technical assistance grants is included. The final reports completed with grant projects available at phmsa.gov tag. All right, Section B, the Federal Award Information Funding. The PHMSA anticipates $1.5 million would be made available to technical assistance grants under the authority of Title 49 U.S. Standard Code 61030C, which provides Secretary shall expend $1.5 million for each fiscal year 2016 through 2019 to carry out the pipeline safety information grants for the community grants under the national opportunity of the funding opportunity may not exceed $100,000 single recipient. Period of performance 12 months effective the date of the award of each grant. The application must only apply with the funding that can reasonably expend with the time frame and for projects that can be completed with a period of performance. Type of the grant, type of the award, discretionary grant award, previously before previous award, technical assistant grants for the previous year, eligible for the official year of the 2009 technical assistant grants. However, the applicant should be for new projects, not renewal of supplementation of existing projects. Section C. Eligibility information. Eligibility applicants. Applicants for the technical assistance by local communities, groups of individuals, not including for-profit entities relating to the safety pipeline facilities in local communities other than facilities related under Public Law 93-153. All right, your eligible application includes cities, towns, villages, counties, parishes, townships, small, similar government subdivisions or consortiums with subdivision group of individuals not included with the for-profit entities. State universities for profit entities are not eligible to technical assistance grants. Funding. C2, cost sharing and matching. There's no cost sharing or matching requirements. All right, Section D, the application submission information address for the request for information of a copy of the notice of the funding opportunity that correspond for the forms package retrieved in grants.gov following basic search criteria, key technical assistance, national national funding opportunity number and CDFA number 2017. To begin the process, applications must be registered with the grants.gov. To submit the application, highly recommended applicate the registration process as soon as possible to avoid delay with the submission. Surely file with comply with the prescribed application, prescribed with the description, but they will result in the application not reviewed. Access grant gov for new users of the grant gov web grant. That's application main page of the grants gov. Select register. New user registration for the grant gov that can take up to 2 weeks and complete with additional question for the how to register. Contact the grants gov 1-800-518-4726 and email or by email support@grants.gov. All right, accessing FedEx Connect. Applicants must register at FedConnect at FedConnect.net for account before the submitting application. The organization marketing partner ID number, which could be retrieved with the SAMs as required with the creative account instruction. How to register with the Fed account, how to use the portal with the FedConnect. Ready, set, go tutorial under the need to help the section FedConnect homepage. Other technical issue questions to the support FedConnect.net or call 1-800-899-666. 5. The FedConnect support is staffed Monday, Friday, a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Daytime Standards, except for federal holidays. All right, your content. D2, the form and application submission. Each applicant must consider the following required applicants applicable for federal assistance. Form 424, budget information on construction 424A, project narrative, budget narrative estimates, and standard title 8. Standard title 6 non-discrimination assurances, 6 certification regarding lobbying. The standard forms S5, standard form 424 and 424A, templates of the project budget and narrative standard title 6 non-discriminant assurance and certification regarding lobbying form available to grants gov related documents. Tab related detailed instructions on the application process with refer to E1, E2 evaluation criteria for the project data and narratives will be evaluated. All right, your Duns and Bradstreet universal number system for your Duns and Bradstreet universal numbering system for award management system. Each applicant is required 1 to be registered for the SAM before submitting the applicant, 2 to provide with the Dun number applicant, 3 to continue with the maintain SAM with the registration with the current information all times during the active federal award and application under consideration by PHMSA. PHMSA may not make a grant award to an applicant if the applicant has complied with all applicants have done SAM's requirements. We recommend that applicants review the SAM database to ensure that the done number is up to date when they give it at SAM's Gov portal public SAMs. And PHMSA will review the applicant registration form to make the responsible determination to ensure applicant is responsible current of all federal taxes and is not all listed parties excluded with the federal awards. Or D4 submission dates and times. Complete application must be reviewed electronically. Grants Gov 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, May 3rd, 2019. Applicant receipt of the deadline will not be considered for the PHMSA. Will only accept one application for each application. Application award of the official year of the 2019 technical assistant grants may be subcontracted, while otherwise the technical assistant grants funding of the official year of the 2019 tag recipients purpose forming work on the official year of 2019 tag assistance program. Questions due date and time April 10th, 2009 at 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Note all questions must be submitted to the Message Center Fed Connect. Please do not send questions to the email. PHMSA is not responsible for answering questions that were received the question after the question due date and time. Alright, D5, the funding restriction. Funding for the technical assistant grant program may not be used for lobbying and direct support litigation, direct advocacy against the pipeline construction expansion project of the other pipeline policy and matters for activities associated with regulatory compliance with the typical operation, maintenance, and pipeline, or for the activities associated with regulatory compliance, typical operation, maintenance, and pipeline facilities is defined below. Alright, while operators are nonprofit and municipal pipeline systems are considered the communities are eligible to technical the funds may not be used for activities associated with the regulatory compliance, typical operation, maintenance of the pipeline. This restriction includes the compliance with the pipeline safety and integrity management regulations and prohibited activities. So, I guess prohibited activities include lobbying defined at the activity and attempting to influence action, policy, decision of officials, most often legislators, members of the regulatory agencies. This form of advocacy where indirect content is made by legislators. Direct support or litigation advocacy is defined as an activity by an individual group that aims to advise, aims to advance particular view that influence the decision of the political, economic, social systems and institutions. Advocacies may include the under activities with the media campaigns, public speaking, commissioning, publishing research, conducting existing goals, filing miscus briefs. Some examples of prohibited activities include one-on-one members, contact members of the administrative over the one-on-one meetings, contacts with members of the administration or Congress, letters or policy reports, recommendations sent directly to policies to sway the policy debate and decisions, billboard advertisements aid with tracking attention congressional staffers of the administrative officials, held briefings, converse and educate members of Congress and their staff, hearing the congressional committee with the public witnessing and testify as an issue, post, media, mainstream social campaigns, letter, email campaigns, post-pro, anti-pipeline advocacy, document messages on websites developed with the grant funds. D6, other mission requirements, attachment, terms and conditions, the announcement of the list of statute regulations allowable to the technical assistant grant funds. PHMSA awards a discretionary application for the its discretionary application from the nonprofit municipal pipeline operators. The purpose of the project is clearly exceed what is required for the pipeline operators under the existing pipeline safety regulations. Example eligible the project work include, but not limited to, adopting pipelines informed pipelining alliance recommendations, practices, increasing awareness, 811 the call before dig, developing information technologies could aware of the pipeline emergency response, pipeline excavation, damage prevention, risk land, and using community awareness, public education, engineering, separate activities required by existing regulation, understanding fulfilling pipeline safety data needs, improving analysis. Questions regarding the eligibility specific activity directed with the Dwayne Cross at doc.gov 202-366-429. Summary of the technical assistance grant include the final reports have been submitted with the PHMSA, premise phmsa.gov TAG. Please note that the first 2 years of the technical assistance grants program 209 and 210 PHMSA does not explicitly prohibit the use of funds regulatory compliance, operation, maintenance, and municipal operators. Alright, this will go over the applicant's review information, evaluation criteria, PHMSA developed by the technical assistant grant, evaluation criteria to rate with the select completing application submission of the application is not a guarantee award. PHMSA may edit the description award grant based on the application entirely, award only portion of the grant based on the application, not award the grant at all. Application will be evaluated against the following evaluation criteria: extent of the application project scope, a clear goals, objective, the focus of the pipeline, favor could significantly risk people to unusual sense of the area, environmental area, see Title 49.195.6. The extent of the applicant project scope is identified with the specific site pipeline safety is concerned with the risk it has addressed with the effective geographical area of the stakeholders and or community. Extent of the proposal demonstrate the applicant experience and the commitment foster open communication effective with operators of the key members of the community to ensure success. To the extent where the application prolong and lines challenge of the strategies advanced pipeline seeks to improve performance, safety over time, and such engineering damage prevention, land use, public awareness, education, outreach, emergency response, community awareness. Extent of the application project plan with clearly established resource milestones, established project costs that align with the project goals and objectives. Extent of the applicant project plan identifies measurable result delivered, specifies how a result will be evaluated, disseminated to affected stakeholders. 7. Extent where the applicant project provides a potential learning or technology transfer to other groups and communities. In addition, for the PHMX expect for the proposed result of the project to be factual, unbiased, verifiable, repeatable to the extent practical, applicable should be aware that grant awards will not convey that any of the authority of the grant recipient to secure information cooperation from pipeline operators. All right, review selection process. PHMSA will conduct an initial administrative review of each of the applications to determine if they complete meet the eligibility responsible requirements technical evaluation plan composed of the representative of the damage prevention state groups and review of the evaluate each of the completed application meet the eligibility requirements provide recommendation of the award. Final recommendations will be made by the PHMSA administrator after taking into the consideration recommendation technical evaluation plan how well the application address the PHMSA damage prevention safety priorities will include but are not limited to pipeline safety awareness, public education, local community research, engineering and studies, excavation damage for prevention, adopting risk and land use planning practices, and developing initiative technology solutions. After consideration how long the applications are addressed above the evaluation, PHMSA administrator will take into account with well the application address the following key development objectives: supporting economic vitality with the national regional level, utilizing alternative funding sources and initiative financing models to attract non-federal sources infrastructure investment, accounting for a life cycle cost of the project to promote the state of the good repair, using initiative approaches to improve safety, expedite project delivery, held and grant acceptability account for their performance to achieve the specific measurable accounts identified by the grant applicant. Final award decision will be made by the Secretary of Transportation for each of the project required for the review of the time of the rate of the application using the following guidelines. All right, your rating guideline exemption for the application demonstrate with the national notice of the operation, notice of funding opportunity requirements are very well understood and approachable to the likely result of a high quality performance application clearly addressed the exceeds requirement with no weakness of the application contains the outstanding feature that makes it exceed on multiple dimensions exemption with the government application scope aligns very well with the objectives and priorities. Risk of the performance is very low. Acceptable application demonstrate with the national opportunity notice of opportunity, notice of federal opportunity requirements of the ownership of the approach of the likely result of the satisfactory performance. The application addresses the meets of the requirements with some minor but correctable weaknesses. The application demonstrates the request, experience, qualification, performance capability. Application scope aligned with the data objective and properties of the performance is low. Marginal application demonstrates the notice of the opportunity. Funding opportunity, the requirements are most likely understood with the approach with the result of the satisfactory performance part of the request of the application, drift the sum of the risk of the which some with correctable weaknesses of the admitted applicant demonstrate some of the experience of the qualification, performance, capability of the risk of the scope of the marginal will align with the object for the priority of the risk of the prior poor performance is moderate. Unacceptable. Application does not meet the national notice of funding opportunity requirements for the application fails to address many of the applicants that they may be eligible to be applicable grant. The application cannot be satisfied with critical requirements without major revision, rewrite of the applicant, major redirection effort. Application scope does not allow with the objectives and priorities. The risk of the poor performance is high. Yes, Mama. All right, anticipated announcement federal award dates. The applicant chosen the funding will receive the electronic notification of federal award upon notification. Applicants authorized as officials must sign the award with a time frame prescribed. PHMSA. PHMSA plans to make award September 30th, 2019. Section F, Federal Award Administration Information. Federal Award Notice. The PHMS awarding official will grant the responsible eligible applicants of the applicant's judgment meteorologist Meritus under procedure set forth in the notice of offending opportunity funds for the PHMSA expend solely with the purpose of the funds are granted in accordance with approved application budget and regulation terms and conditions of app award applicable federal cost principle U.S. financial assistance regulations. Funding may not be used for direct support litigation and lobbying of the directed by advocacy against pipeline construction, expansion project, or other pipeline policy matters for activities associated with the regulatory compliance with the operation of the pipeline facility. The grant agreement will provide pertinent instruction and information, including minimum of the following: legal name and address of the recipient, and the title of the project, name of the key person, show the direct control activities, federal award identification number, assignment to PHMSA, periodic performance, total amount of the official assistance approved with the project legal authority when which for the issues, assistance listing program number, applicable award term conditions approved, budget including category spending and other information provisions deemed necessary for PHMSA. All right, F2, Administrative National Policy Requirements. Federal statute regulations apply with the grant applicants consider the review of the grant award on this program. See attachment 1, term condition, the National Notice of Opportunity Funding Announcement. List of statute regulations that are applicable to funding opportunity. So F3, reporting 6-month effective date of the grant award progress report within 90 days clear after the end of the grant period. Final report. Each recipient must submit the written report that includes the following information: a comparison of actual accomplishment objective established by the period where 2 where output project quantified with the computation of the cost per unit of the output, and 3 the reason for the delay if the established objective not met. Further, final report must demonstrate completion of the work as outlined in the grant agreement. In addition, each recipient of the grant must ensure that the technical findings must be possible. The grants made available to relevant pipeline operators. 2, the open communication between the grant recipient, local operator, local communities, other interested parties. In total, 4 reports: a midterm progress report, midterm financial status report, a final progress report, and a final financial report is required. Stand Form 425. Stand Form 425 must be with the submission of the midterm financial status report. 5.4 payments recipient may request up to 50% of the total amount of the award upon execution of the grant agreement. The agreement remaining amount must be requested upon receipt or approval by the PHMSA agreement officer on the midterm progress report. Section G, federal agency contact, point of contact, grant related questions, Joint Cross Agreement Administrator 202-366-429, jointcross.gov. All questions or content of the funding that must be submitted with the Viva the Minister Center Fed Connect. Please do not send questions via email. Only technical assistance issues question of the Fed Connect. Please email support Fed Connect. Call 1-800-899-6665. Only technical issues questions related with the grants gov. Please email subgrant support at grants.gov or 1-800-518-4726. And that is this is the National Funding Opportunity for the Pipeline Safety Information Grants Community's Technical Assistance Grant, fiscal year 2019.